Asmongold defends ICE agent after killing U.S. citizen, bro. This is an interesting topic. This is crazy. A lot of true colors are being shown right now. Like everybody's, bro. Yes, this nigga Asmongold is evil, bro. I'm just gonna leave it at that right there, gang. All right, let's get to it.
Who was in front of the car heard the wheels accelerating. And yeah, absolutely, he's gonna pull out his fucking gun. That's a great point. New pictures show
you just get the fuck up out of the way. Why does he have to pull his gun? He put himself in danger, but again, of course, he cuts the clip. I mean, as far as I can tell, he didn't even start shooting until he had already gone out the way. That's the first shot. Look, you can see the smoke coming up. That's the first shot. Look at where his feet are. This is where the wheel is, and we already know which way it's going. She's turning that way. Look at where his foot is, right? That's when he took the first shot. He wasn't even in front of the car anymore when he shot her. He wasn't. So everybody is talking about this situation that just happened, where we had one of these armed thugs, these members of the American Gestapo, one of these ICE agents, these men who walk around with their faces covered because they are ashamed of what they do for a living because they know they are criminals and domestic terrorists. And we get to see that on full display in this video because tragically something that should never have happened just happened in Minneapolis. And that is an ICE agent just murdered an unarmed American citizen. Not that it would have been any less evil had they not been an American citizen, but a woman, a white woman at that, unarmed American citizen, they just killed her in cold blood. In cold blood, bro. It is a murder, and you already have fucking just subhuman inbred monsters like Asmongold already defending this. You already have raccoons, black conservatives defending this. What is clearly an act of just evil and murder. So let's watch the clip from the beginning and reveal exactly why this is indeed murder. And many lawyers, criminal defense lawyers, have given their take on this situation, and they do not believe that this was a justified killing by any means. So let's check this out, right? Now, there's this woman, she's parked in the street. I don't quite understand why she's parked in the street. However, she's clearly not blocking the road because someone was able to get around. She's not blocking the road in such a way to prevent people from being able to cross, right? But okay, we have one ICE agent right here. They popped out of this vehicle. And then we have this other car coming around. Also an ICE agent. Let's see what happens. Now look at how aggressive this person approaches. And this is the problem with these untrained thugs that get to walk around with badges and guns and masks. Look, anybody who has to do their job in a mask, there's a problem. There is a serious problem there. But look at this, right? This first person who was coming out of the car was coming out, calmly, slowly, no gun drawn, no aggressive energy. Why? Because it was clear that this woman was not a threat, right? But then this guy, this fucking Neanderthal, this knuckle dragger, he runs out of the car with a fucking rage boner because this is what he lives for. This is why he wakes up every day, to abuse his power that he shouldn't have, to harass and hurt people. This is what gets him up in the morning. You drink coffee, he fantasizes about pulling innocent people out of their car and throwing them on the ground and assaulting them. So she is now trying to escape the situation. She feels unsafe. And she has every right to feel unsafe because ICE has a reputation of capturing people, kidnapping people, and then shipping them off to countries that they have no affiliation with, even when they're here in America legally, even if they're American citizens, even if they're not even from this country, right? People are being shipped off to random countries where they're being put in prisons and being tortured, murdered, sexually assaulted. This is what can happen to you. There is no due process. So she's terrified. I wish we had more context as to why her car was there in the first place. Was it just stuck in the ice? I don't know. But anyway, so she's trying to escape, right? Now, understand this. This guy right here is the man that ends up murdering this woman. Now, notice how he puts himself in harm's way intentionally. He was not already standing there. He walks in front of the car after the car was already in motion. Look, she reverses. Look, you can see him moving. He puts himself in front of the car because he hopes to be able to justify killing this woman when she continues to try to escape, continues to try to flee. No police officer is justified in shooting you if you're just trying to flee. Running away does not give any person who is functioning as an enforcer of the law has the authority to execute you because you are running away, even if you've committed a crime, even if they saw you actually committing a crime. This woman committed no crime, right? But she is trying to flee. She is not cooperating with these thugs. Fair enough. But she didn't even do that. And she has not shown that she is a threat. They have no reason to believe she's armed. They have no reason to believe that she wants to hurt anyone. In fact, she only tried to flee because of this fucking monster that was trying to rip the door off the handles. And so clearly she's trying to escape. What does the guy do? He puts himself in front of the car, hoping that he can now use this as justification. But this truly reveals that he was not afraid of his life. He wanted to murder this woman. He wanted a reason to kill somebody. And this next sequence of events show that without a shadow of a doubt. So here the car is moving, right? Boom, we got the first shot right there. Now look at where her wheels are. Her wheels are not facing him. See, Asmongold, we're going to go over Asmongold's report later. But this woman was clearly trying to drive away. Also, the police officer was literally barely like in front of the car at this point. The point I'm making is he did not need to shoot her in order to protect himself, right? You are only justified to use lethal force if you are in fear of your life. If you believe that the only way to protect yourself is to kill the person who is a threat, right? You have very strong reason to believe this person is going to make an attempt on your life. Well, all he had to do was take literally one step to the left and he would no longer be in front of the car. Again, he put himself in front of the car in the first place. But
if you're wondering why I'm being quiet, I'm letting him get his like demonstration down and shit like that. And I'm gonna put my 2 cents in and how I feel about the situation. You feel me? I'm just letting y'all know. So if y'all worried about why I'm being so quiet, that's why.
Anyway, but here
we about to get to the real shit in a minute. Just be patient.
Here's how we know that this man is a murderer and killed this woman in cold blood, right? Check this out. So he shoots the first time. Is he at this point in time? Here he is. He's now shot her in her face. He's now murdered her already. He's already shot her once, okay? He shot her. Here he is. He is standing right here. Here's the car. The wheel is turned this way. She's clearly trying to escape to go this way. Is this woman, this unarmed woman who you've already shot once, is she still a threat? Is she now a danger to you? I think the answer to that is pretty obvious. Let's see what happens next. He shoots twice more. He shoots twice more.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Truly an evil, despicable human being. He's just evil, bro. How did he become an ICE agent? Oh my God, bro. This is crazy.
Wow.
What the fuck? What the
Yeah.
You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
You are fucking criminals!
Yeah.
You're fucking criminals! What the fuck?
And then they go and hide. They go and hide because they're ashamed and they're afraid. They go and hide. These men need to be rounded up and put in prison, bro. They need to be taken off of the streets. Listen, this entire fucking experiment needs to come to an end now. Whatever happened to deporting the criminals? You know that if an undocumented person commits a crime, what happened to the violent criminals, right? The murderers, the rapists, the drug dealers. Well, guess what? Why not just go collect them from the jails? Why not just go collect them from the prisons and deport them? What is this fucking bullshit that is being done? Enough of this now. This is stupid. It's and also you are violating people's constitutional rights when you go and harass random people. It is not a crime to be Mexican. It is not a crime to be brown. You don't get to just walk up to a person and start interrogating them about whether or not they are a citizen or where they're from. Nobody's obligated to answer you anything.
Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. These people are just like terrorizers, bro. It's in their fucking DNA. They just have to terrorize innocent people. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you guys feel so obligated to harass and terrorize people who have nothing to do with you? It just don't make sense. Oh my God. You just love being the oppressor. But as soon as you like something happens to you that you don't like, you become the victim. It don't make sense. Pick a struggle, gang. Pick one. It's crazy.
They are not committing a crime, but yet these people, they are terrorists. They are domestic terrorists. And they are harassing people. And they need to stop.
Facts.
What the fuck?
Now they're killing people in the streets. They're killing American citizens now. This is where we're at. Now you can't even run away. You can't even run away. These people, they're Nazis. You're not even allowed to flee anymore. You run away, you're dead. Executed. That's how that goes now.
What the actual fuck? You are fucking insane! What did you do? You! Shame! 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 Dude, what's
Wow.
happening to her? What happened? Dude. Okay. Dude, you shot her. I'm trying to help. No.
And now they're gonna mace people. Now they want to mace people. They kill an American.
They're trying to get rid of the witnesses, bro. This is crazy. They're acting like criminals, bro. These are gangsters, bro. These are not police. This is not. Oh my God, bro. These niggas are gangsters, dog. These are not fucking good people, bro. They're fucking terrible.
Citizen. And now this guy, he pulls out a can of mace. He now wants to mace a woman who was just coming to check on the woman that they just murdered, bro. What?
She's getting too much footage. There's too much evidence on like the crime that he knows that they committed just now, bro. Shit's crazy. Trying to get rid of the witnesses, bro. It's actually insane.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
To help! No! No! You fucking shot someone in the fucking face!
Oh man.
That man who shot that woman needs to be put in prison for the rest of his life, bro.
No doubt. No
He
doubt.
needs to get life in prison.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a question. Now, let's look at what this fucking inbred, subhuman, troglodyte Asmongold had to say about this situation.
Oh, shit.
Let's
Here we go.
listen to Asmongold defend the murderer.
The reason why they're defending this woman, it's because they agree with her and they want to create an ecosystem where being violent and abusing police officers is accepted. You can see the video.
Okay, people don't always behave in what would be the logically the most the best way to deal with the situation. Oh, if only you complied. People freak out, people panic. People run away all the time from the police when it makes no sense to run away. Like when you step back from the situation, you'd be like, you just made everything worse for yourself. Why did you run away? But this is how people behave. It doesn't give anybody the right to murder you, though.
Nope, not at all.
That's what this is. But you see, when you are a cultist, when you're in a cult, a fascistic cult like Asmongold, and you can never ever criticize the leader, right? The Führer, yeah, and his soldiers, his henchmen. You must pledge allegiance to this death cult. Well, then you must abandon all empathy. You must abandon all. I mean, how can you look at this situation and not see that this is wrong? But let's watch it. Let's watch what he says.
But very clearly, the woman was trying to run him over. She wasn't.
Very clearly, the woman was trying to run him over.
Complying with the police, and they shot her.
They're not the police.
They don't show this angle.
These people are untrained, masked thugs. These people aren't the police. This is not the police.
Right.
For a reason,
the
because
police don't want these fuckers here.
Because it paints a much more gray picture. And you can see there's a person, keep in mind, there is a third officer at this car. This shows it best. Yeah. There it is. The guy was in front of the car. Jesus. Okay.
The guy who walks in front of the car. The guy who chooses to walk in front of the car as this woman is backing up. You know, if she was trying to run him over, she would have just did that. She wouldn't have had to reverse.
Not facts. That's
she
facts.
reversed because she was trying to create space so that she can leave without running him over.
This is not a cop, bro. This is a guy looking for a reason to kill somebody. That's what he actually is, bro. It's actually scary, dog. It's crazy.
So you can see right there, she's moving forward, and he had to just barely get out of the way. He barely got, if he hadn't moved, she would have run him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward with the officer directly in front of the car. You can see the spinning. This would have never happened if she had just gotten out of the car, and it would have never happened if she hadn't just tried to block the police in the first place. I see her spinning her wheels forward right there.
Watch what he does next, man. This guy, he is a slimy fucking vermin.
God,
He's a rat person. This is a dog man speaking to us right here. This is not even a human being at this point in time. This person, Asmongold.
You're trying to run over that officer. You are. She doesn't give a fuck. Plus, if you're next to a car like that, you can hear it when it starts accelerating. You know what? You actually bring up a great point. I hadn't even thought about this.
You know, it's a wonder why he doesn't continue to play the video. It's a wonder why he doesn't continue to play the video. He's trying to push this narrative that she was just trying to murder this man. She was just trying to run him over, go straight over him, and he had to dive out of the way in order to save his life, while somehow also managing to pull his gun and get 3 shots off. Well, check this out.
Police officer who was in front of the car heard the wheels accelerating. And yeah, absolutely, he's going to pull out his fucking gun. That's a great point. New pictures
show you just get the fuck up out of the way. Why does he have to pull his gun? He put himself in danger, but again, of course, he cuts the
bullet hole in the windshield.
It's obvious, bro. It's because he wanted to kill her, bro. It's obvious. No cap.
So clearly shot from in front of the car. Here we go. And you can see right here, if the cop wasn't in front of the vehicle, then he wouldn't have been able to make this shot.
You are actually literally a fucking retard. Asmongold, you're actually a retard. And the fact that people follow you and listen to you, I mean, it perfectly explains why this country is in the position that it is in the first place, because clearly this country is filled with other retards just like you. You could literally stand beside a car, hold a gun to the side like this, point it at the car and make that shot. So this woman isn't even making sense. We all saw the video. We know that's not exactly what happened, but he wasn't in front of the car when he shot her. right? Of course, Asmon doesn't want to play you that scene, though.
Been able to make this shot. I've seen the video. Don't breathe the propaganda machine. The state will ensure there's a full, fair, and expeditious investigation to ensure accountability.
Okay, let's go back to the video. Now, of course, Asmon didn't want to. You see, if she had just lined her wheels up straight with him, the car.
Bro, this is not even like, I don't know, like, this is not even like worth putting on trial. Like, it should be him going to jail, like, right now. Like, he should be getting fucking, what you call that shit? What do you call that shit, bro? Indicted or something, bro. He needs to go to jail. No, not jail, prison. He needs to go to prison for life, the rest of his life, bro. Where's his ball?
How did the car go to the right? How did the car go to the right? She was turning the wheel the entire time, and he would have seen that. The guy in front of the car, he would have seen that.
Y'all could have easily hopped in a car and chased her down, bro. That's crazy. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
That she was turning the wheel. Secondly, he could have easily gotten out of the way. Thirdly, how then do you explain the subsequent 2 shots? How do you explain the subsequent 3 shots that take place after he is no longer in front of the car? I mean, as far as I can tell, he didn't even start shooting until he had already gone out the way. That's the first shot. Look, you can see the smoke coming up. That's the first shot. Look at where his feet are. Look at where his feet are.
Hope this guy drops the soap in jail, bro. Hope he drops it, bro. Because I know he's going to prison, bro. There's no way he's not going to prison for life. There's no way. If he gets away with this, I might have to start thinking about moving to Africa or some shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you, dog. This is crazy. I can't stay in America. Nope. Nope.
Come on now. Look, this is where the wheel is, and we already know which way it's going. She's turning that way. Look at where his foot is, right? That's when he took the first shot. He wasn't even in front of the car anymore when he shot her. He wasn't. But even if you wanted to make, and again, obviously he could have gotten out of the way. I mean, he put himself in the way in the first place, but how do you then explain the other 2 shots, sir? Tell me how this right here is self-defense. How is that self-defense? How is that? This shot right here.
Those shots are ensuring that she is dead, bro. He made sure the job was done, bro. That's what he did. He's like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. That's crazy, bro.
This one that you're about to see. How is this? Here he is. 1 foot's right here. 1 foot's right here. He's pointing the gun. The car is clearly turning away. Clearly, she wasn't trying to run him over. If she was, she would have turned to the left, you fucking idiot. She would have turned into him, not away from him.
We should not have to explain this, and we don't, bro. They're fucking racist. They don't want to hear the truth. They know the truth. They're not gonna say the truth because they are racist. Alright? Let's get that understood, bro. Where's this boy?
Tell me, how is this shot right here self-defense? How is that self-defense? Wow.